by their aroused passions. But he said nothing about oysters.
I don't believe you can get turned on by an oyster any more than you can by a tampon. But I was about to discover the mating power of man's now.
Oh, hello.
And meet a forward-thinking woman who's got no problem asking for what she wants.
Would you come on a date with me? Would you go on a date with me? Is that a bit too forward?
Yeah.
Champions League programme on Wednesday will be brought to you by Ford and MasterCard, UEFA Champions League sponsors.
He's tall and he's dark. He's from the school that loves and leaves him. A pity if it grieves him. Mr. Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang.
He's not your friend, he's the enemy.
I've been there for 15 years and they still treat me like a secretary.
You kiss people for money. You know who does that?
This is my funeral!
Why can't you just follow the rules?
The dramatic new series of Mad Men continues Tuesday at 11 on RTE2.
We all secretly believe that everyone's having better, hotter, sexier sex than we are. But trust me, the majority of Irish women are having real non-movie sex. Sex after babies, sex after 12-hour shifts, sex in bedrooms, not red rooms, sex with hang-ups, and sometimes no sex at all.
Married sex is the kind of sex most women my age are having, because 36.4% of Irish women aged 26 to 34 and 71.6% aged 35 to 45 are hitched and living with their husbands. And after marriage often comes babies, and after babies, I wondered if women say goodbye to their raunchy years. So I met a group of first-time mums to get an insight into what happens to our sex lives after the birthing experience. I especially wanted to know if women worried that having their husbands in the labour ward might take away the magic forever.
Did you want your other halves there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And were you not worried about them seeing... Yeah, I felt I to this end.
You do, and you do until the day before you walk in. You're like, stay up here, stay up here. But when you're actually in labour, the last thing you care about is what he's seeing.
Yeah.
It's gone out the door. You don't.
Yeah.
It's not important anymore.
I remember Robbie Williams being interviewed and he was saying how watching his wife give birth was like watching his favourite pub burn down. And I remember thinking, God, I never thought of it like that, but it's so true. And I remember my husband's time going, yeah, I kind of get that. But then when you're in the midst of it, I totally agree. Your husband does watch this horrific thing go, and he was so enamoured that I could go through that and be still able to walk and function and mind a kid. But in the same breath, I found like even a hug, he'd be like, you're okay. Oh, like he was almost afraid to touch me for the first few weeks. It's like, oh my God, she's broken. The whole sex thing certainly isn't on the agenda at all for a long while to heal, in my case.
A friend of mine said that there's always the question, do they bring up in the hospital when you can start having sex again, or do you even want to know that?
We didn't talk about the sex, but I was approached about contraception, definitely, you know. It was kind of like, and are you going to talk about contraception, or do you want to be back here in a year, kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah, because I was a C-section as well, so maybe it's expected that maybe you'll get back in the saddle a bit quicker. In fairness, you really don't feel like too much of that for a long time.
No. Yeah.
The front door still
the knocker's still shining.
I don't know if that's the right.
But still, the husbands, they're still looking for, you know, the relationship and the intimacy and all of that. And you're just not there. You're not there to give it, and you just don't even have the energy. And in a way, your husband kind of takes kind of second place, very much so.
See, I've heard that a lot.
Well, obviously your priorities change, but I think you're like, right, going out drinking on a Saturday night, that is way down the list. Yeah. Going to do food shopping, maybe cooking a dinner, that might be top of the list. But obviously priority
Have sex with husband, way down below.
Yeah, who is husband? Where is husband?
And did you feel different about your bodies and about your sexual identity?
Like, I breastfed, and you certainly don't feel they're your own anymore, because they have a function now, and when they have a function, they don't feel the way they used to feel.
You don't feel sexy.
No.
That's the thing, you just don't feel sexy at all.
I wonder, is it a hormonal thing too, though? Like, you know, just the hormones, they're so attached.
Keeping that away for a while.
I think there is something like that going on, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, you've got your boobs, they're huge and gorgeous. Like I was 32 double E and
oh my God,
massive.
you're so tiny.
But they leak all the time, but they don't even leak just when you have your baby. If you're shopping and another baby cries, it could be a random stranger. Your boobs start leaking. I don't know why. It's just the most benign.
I've spent my whole life wanting big boobs, but I don't want big boobs that leak in the supermarket when someone else's baby cries. So you all have one. Anyone going to go for the second?
Yeah. Hopefully.
I was heartened to hear that birth doesn't mean the end of sex. It just changes things. And throughout our lives, the sexual landscape keeps on changing, with more women having more sensual fun on into their 50s.
Because you've made it quite clear that you like younger men.
Yeah.
And you're unapologetic about that.
Yeah. The age to me doesn't really matter. Maybe because I don't look my age. And
You don't feel your age?
I don't feel it at all. I don't attract older men.
Do you know?
Never. I always
Maybe you just give them filthy looks though when they come up to you. Don't even think about it.
Come near me. Are we going window shopping today?
Well, I'll help you. Yeah, I'll hold your coat while you try them on.
Oh, perfect, baby. I'm liking you already.
And Maria, I mean, you obviously have tons and tons of friends.
Yeah.
But you're single at the moment.
Yeah.
Are you on the lookout for a bit of fun at the moment, or are you on the lookout for another relationship?
I'm on the lookout for nothing really, but you know, in life you never know. I could meet the man of my dreams this evening. You know, when I'm in Pygmalion or in 37 or somewhere, I could meet the man of my dreams. Who knows?
And he could be 25.
Who knows?
He's the green hat.
It was time to go on a cougar safari, and the Dublin Serengeti was full of hot prey.
Hello. Hi. Sorry to disturb you. Do you have, because we just sound like chuggers now, don't you? You got a few seconds for love.
Yeah.
Maria, I should just back away and leave you to it and not even explain to them, should I? Are you?
Would you come on a date with me?
Would you go on a date with me?
Is that a bit too forward?
Yeah.
You would?
Yes, you would go on a date with her. Yes, it's too forward.
Yeah.
So if Maria was to approach you on a night out and send you over a drink,
I drink it anyway, yeah.
well, you're not going to send it back.
That is so Irish. I drink it anyway.
I'll get back to you when I finish this.
Keep sending them down.
How many would it take then?
I drink a lot.
So you'd have to be very drunk, is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, not at all.
So you would never close the door
Never, no.
on dating an older woman?
No.
Very glad to hear it. If Maria approached you on a night out and you were single and sat with you and bought you a drink, would you be happy with that?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'm open to the idea for sure, yeah.
And Maria, what would you say to Conor?
Absolutely. You know, it's trial and error, isn't it? For sure.
You know, I think older women have certain qualities that a young woman can't offer.
Yeah. Come on, give us a few of them.
Yeah.
Experience, they've been around the block a few times. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, totally.
They've had their hearts broken before, so you're not the first person to potentially break their hearts.
Yeah. Would you not be afraid of the older woman, you falling in love with the older woman and her breaking your heart? Because
I never went into a relationship with fear, you know.
Oh, of course, and you shouldn't, because otherwise, why go into a relationship? Always go into a relationship.
No, a lot of Irish men do, though.
Yeah.
But it's the wisdom that I go for, and the experience as well, yeah.
Maya, this is Maria.
Hi, Maria.
How do you boys feel? Are you both single? Spoken for?
Yeah,
You're both single.
yeah.
Would you consider dating an older woman?
No.
Well, me. Would you date?
Definitely.
Secret.
Well, say, but any 10, 15 years older, maybe even.
Yeah, well, that's no bother.
Probably more experience, I suppose, isn't it?
Of course. So if you were sitting in a bar and Maria came up to you and offered to buy you a drink and sat down with you, how would that make you feel?
Good, yeah, no problem.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So are we going on a date?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Love
over
it.
there.
The drinks are on you, so yeah.
Absolutely. The first one. The rest then is up to you.
After that, you've got to earn them.
Yeah.
Have either of you ever dated an older woman or anyone older than you at all?
A few years older, not.
Not as old as me.
No, I didn't mean that. You're taking that the wrong way. Just whatever tickles my fancy now.
But Maria would tickle your fancy, wouldn't she?
Yeah, Maria would, yeah.
Yeah?
We could change numbers now as soon as they come.
That night, I went to Lusk to go out in the pool with a group of younger girls. The kind of dolled-up Glamazonian 20-somethings who look uber sexually confident. But are they really?
You must be Laura. Yeah. Hello, how's it going? Good to meet you.
Thank you.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're fabulous. I look like your mother.
Let's go.
Lead the way.
The girls were letting me join their gang for a night out at West Dublin's hottest new club, and the going out ritual started with drinks, the mandatory Facebook pics, and a chat about boys.
Like, I was clubbing when I was 21, 22, but I wasn't great at being going on the pull. But I think, like, you guys now, 14 years younger than me, like, you all go on the pull in a kind of different way. There's a kind of girl gang mentality, isn't there, where everyone gets dressed up and everyone goes out. And
yeah, definitely.
I'm obviously a lot older than you, but how do I measure up? If I was one of your gang, underdressed?
Gorgeous. You can't go wrong with a black dress.
Yeah. And what about the shoes?
Lovely.
High enough?
Gorgeous, yeah. Yeah.
And comfortable, they look comfortable.
Because your shoes are amazing. That's the big thing, the skyscraper heels. So you were saying, is it always higher the better?
Yeah. It is normally higher the better.
But do men not like that? Because you tower over them. It's the Tom Cruise
That's
effect.
true, yeah. We would tower over a lot of men.
Have you been single for long, Chloe?
I've been single for about a year now.
Before that, how long were you in a relationship?
4 years.
4 years? That's quite a long time, because you're only 24.
Yeah, yeah.
So you left college and you left him behind.
Exactly.
When we're going out tonight, if there was a man there who took your fancy, what kind of man would it be? Your own age, younger, older?
I wouldn't really be going out to meet a man in a nightclub.
Would you not?
No.
But you're all so dolled up and you makeup on, your hair's gorgeous. So why are you going to a nightclub if you don't want to meet a man?
I think when girls get ready, they kind of get ready to impress other girls more than men.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's big competition.
Yeah.
But if a guy approached you as a group, he'd need to be a really confident guy to approach a gang of really well-dressed, really attractive girls in their skyscraper heels.
No, I don't think it happens if you're with a group of girls that often.
Yeah, I'd say they'd feel a bit intimidated.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless it's some real cocky bloke who you wouldn't want to speak to anyway.
Yeah.
Would you ever approach a guy?
Never.
Really?
No, never.
What if, do you not do the old, I think you dropped this $5? And he goes,
I think he'd waltz by.
No one else do that. Oh.
My handbag coming home with me.
No, you fake it. It's your own $5. Yeah. And you put it. You go. I think you dropped this. And how important are looks to you, Chloe, in a man?
I suppose they're important. They wouldn't be the most important thing.
What would be the most important thing? Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
The most important thing to me would be someone who is not personality, driven and successful.
I found it hard to believe that these girls went out looking this sexy just to impress each other. I was sure once we reached the flesh pot that is Show nightclub, it'd be all about the men. But over cocktails, I realised the girls really did just doll up for fun.
I'm like an albino now compared to you.
No, you're not.
Oh my God, I am. You have amazing boobs.
I didn't get it.
Are they real?
Yeah. Yeah. They are real. They're real.
You wouldn't believe it, but these are real too. You would never guess it, I know. Come on, I've got to work.
It tastes like ice cream. It's so good.
You can't give the old bird all the booze. Maybe you should. Wait till I tell you how bad life is when we get to 35.
You're mad, sir, yeah.
Are there any blokes there yet?
We haven't seen any yet, but hopefully we'll see some. Yeah. We saw girls in the bathroom. They're a bit young.
So we have young competition. Yeah, I'm screwed.
It's okay. We have each other. We don't need anybody else. We have each other.
But then we could just drink at home. It'd be a lot cheaper.
But that's what it was all about. It was all about each other. And as I hit the dance floor with my 4 new deliciously sexy girlfriends, the men watched on, but not one of them made a move. Maybe these younger Irish girls in their short skirts and skyscraper heels really do look too intimidating for a generation of Irish boys. But Mother Nature has her own way to deal with the impasse. Because, bottom line, we need to have sex to breed. And the forces that make us want to have sex with another human being are stronger than all of us. At TCD's Department of Genetics, Professor Aoife McLeod agreed to replicate a simple T-shirt test that proves the driving sexual power of genetic compatibility and smell.
Aoife, we all think that we have a type and that we know the kind of person we find attractive. But there's a science behind attraction, isn't there?
Your first choice will be different than somebody else's first choice, right? And we see this in terms of some of the genetic influences on who you might be attracted to. Like, the more different your partner is, the healthier your children are.
Okay, so that's
even though you don't think you're fancying somebody, you're thinking, like, baby's the last thing on my mind. Just like, actually, it might be in there somewhere. And so in this T-shirt test with people, they were picking T-shirts that were from guys who were more different from them.
And you've set up one of these T-shirt tests here for me today.
Well, we thought we'd give it a go, right? So you know the idea then that so in the original experiment, women were asked to sniff the T-shirt and with no other information, just say which ones they like. So if
which one appeals the most to me?
Yeah, so you can probably sniff them all one at a time. Don't unfold them or anything. You don't need to.
Because one of these is my husband's T-shirt. So that's not going to be so good if I don't pick his. Oh, hello. I have to go through them all once, and then
you can see which one you like best.
I don't like that one at all.
I don't know which is which.
I don't know. The first one and the last one appealed to me most, but they both smell quite similar. That one, number 4, I'm going to say.
You're going to pick number 4. Let's just have a little see who this is. Oh, you picked Johnny!
Wow!
That's great!
Oh my goodness!
There we go.
Could have been divorced by
saved
next
you a lot in
So who are the other ones?
So this is a man in his late 60s. This is a gay man, and this is a 19-year-old man.
So it's between my husband and a teenager.
Yeah. You chose rightly. You did well.
Amazing. So in the end, it all comes down to the senses. And maybe the answer to what makes the best sex ever is to have it with someone who doesn't smell like gorgonzola. Someone you absolutely, totally love.
Well, it's a far cry from MasterChef. Thanks, Maia, for that food for thought. Next week, it's back, and we have it less than 48 hours after its first shown in the US. Homeland next Tuesday at 9. See you then. Next, The Big C.
It was one of the most pulsating